this way you'll wanna stay. You'll meet Robbie with his rotten plan, and Sportacus saving the day. Stephanie is new in town, and soon she and Ziggy are friends. With Pixel, Stingy, and Trixie too, they're gonna have a blast together. Go, 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 get a LazyTown. It's the start of a brand new day. Things are upside down here in LazyTown. Adventure's just a moment away.
Friends forever. It was another great day in LazyTown. Stephanie was painting a new sign for the sports field entrance. "Hey guys, come here," she called as she finished painting and put the paints and brushes into a wagon. "So, what's going on, huh?" Ziggy asked Stephanie. "It's a new sports park," Stephanie replied excitedly. "Awesome," said Pixel, scanning it with his binoculars. He saw lots of cool activities, including a hand-walker climbing frame and a power slammer game with a big hammer. "You did all this for us?" asked Trixie in amazement. "Yes," said Stephanie. "You're my friends." "Yeah, best friends," replied Pixel. "Friends forever," said Stephanie. "Friends forever!" shouted all the kids together. Robbie woke with a start when he heard the excited children.
"Wah! What's that noise?"
he screeched, thumping over to his periscope to see what was happening. The periscope popped up behind the sports park, and Robbie watched as the kids tried the new games. "This power slammer is very heavy," Stephanie told them as she picked up the massive hammer. "Oh no! Stephanie needs help!" cried Ziggy. Sportacus's crystal started beeping. "Someone's in trouble," he said as he hurried to help. "Wah!" cried Stephanie, staggering back towards the wagon full of paint pots. Sportacus flipped over to the sports park and swung into a cool handstand to lift the paint out of the wagon. He kicked the wagon behind Stephanie, who landed safely in it. Then Sportacus caught the hammer. "Hooray!" shouted all the kids. "Thank you for your help," giggled Stephanie as she climbed out of the wagon. "This hammer's heavy," Sportacus replied. "I bet sports candy could help," he added, as he gave her some apples and carrots. "Thanks, Sportacus. I'll save them for later," Stephanie replied, putting them in her backpack. "Good idea," said Sportacus. "Hey guys," said Stephanie. "I was thinking about holding a competition in the new sports park." "Is there a prize?" asked Stingy. "Yes, there's a prize," Stephanie replied. "I want it," cried Stingy. "Well," laughed Stephanie, "whoever finishes all the games in the sports park first wins this ticket." "What is it?" asked Ziggy excitedly. "It's a ticket to Sportacus's Airship," Stephanie replied. Wow! Everyone wanted to win the ticket. "Good luck, guys! I'll see the winner later," said Sportacus as he went back to his airship. "Bye, Sportacus!" called the kids. Robbie was still watching from his lair. Suddenly, he had a cunning thought.
"If I get that ticket, I can go to the airship and let out all the air so it falls out of the sky forever," he cackled.
He hurried over to his costume platform.
"Disguise time!"
he shouted as he stepped up to a daredevil costume. He pulled a lever and spun into the costume.
"Now I need that ticket," he said.
He had just the plan for getting it. a new game for the sports park.
Come play a new game, a game full of surprises. It's never the same, and we get to decide it. Take something we know and make something exciting. First you twist it all around, next you flip it upside down, even turn it inside out, then start to play. Slam dunk a balloon, send a ball to the moon. Woo! We'll make it up as we play, and we can climb up in a tree, pretend we're out on the sea. We'll have new games every day. Here's all that we need, a big imagination. Soon you'll see it will lead to cool new combinations. If you've got nothing to do, jump just like a kangaroo. You've made up a brand new game, now start to play. We're coming to you. Try to aim for a strike, do whatever we like. Woo! We'll make it up as we play, and we can climb up in a tree, pretend we're out on the sea. We'll have new games every day. We'll have new games every day.
The kids were enjoying the new games. Playing with friends is so much fun, smiled Trixie.
Yeah, what could be better than this?
Replied Ziggy.
That,
Said Robbie in his daredevil disguise, pointing to a giant teacup ride.
Oh, wow,
Said Stingy.
I want it.
climb into the spinning cup, children,
Smiled Robbie.
Whoever stays in the longest wins a ticket to Sportacus's Airship,
He added, holding up a fake ticket.
I have a ticket like that.
Said Stephanie in surprise.
Well, I have 10.
Bragged Robbie. All the kids except Stephanie climbed into the cup. Robbie shut the door and locked them in. Stephanie was sad. She sat on her own holding the ticket while her friends laughed together in the spinning cup. Robbie grabbed the ticket from Stephanie.
You don't need this, do you?
He said, running off before she could reply. He threw away his fake ticket and grabbed hold of the airship ladder. Robbie huffed and puffed as he climbed up to the airship.
Hello, I'm the lucky winner.
He gasped exhaustedly as Sportacus somersaulted over to meet him. Oh, I was expecting one of the kids, said Sportacus.
I have a ticket.
Robbie answered nervously. Welcome then. Step right in, Sportacus replied.
Do you have a soda?
Robbie asked. I have water, Sportacus said, catching a bottle as it flew out of the wall.
Oh,
Said Robbie, frowning.
do you have chocolate?
No, but I have sports candy, Sportacus replied, catching an apple and giving it to a disappointed Robbie. What would you like to see? Asked Sportacus.
How do you get air into the airship and, how do you let it out again?
Robbie asked sneakily. This air pump adds air to the ship, explained Sportacus, and I turn this wheel to let it out, he added, turning it slowly. Immediately, the airship computer said, air supply decreasing, and when Sportacus moved the wheel back, the computer said, air supply stabilized. Down in the sports park, the kids were getting dizzy in the spinning cup. Stephanie was still feeling a bit left out, so she didn't immediately go to help them. But then she remembered they were friends forever, so she rushed to the control box. She pulled the brake lever to stop the ride, but the lever broke off.
Oh no!
Cried Ziggy as the cup spun faster.
Help us!
Sportacus's crystals started beeping again. Someone was in trouble. He grabbed his telescope and ran to the platform to see what was happening. Inside, Robbie turned the wheel and air started gushing out of the airship.
Ha ha! I will sink this airship forever!
He laughed. As the airship deflated, it swung crazily from side to side. Sportacus slipped off the platform and fell. At the last second, he grabbed hold of an airship fin and was left dangling in midair above LazyTown. Air supply, 10 minutes, said the computer.
Time to fly,
said Robbie, rushing to the door. But as he jumped out, his parachute caught on the door. He fell and found himself hanging under the airship opposite Sportacus.
Oh. Hi,
he cringed.
We'll both just hang around, eh?
Down in the sports park, Stephanie had an idea for how to rescue the kids from the spinning cup. She turned the hand walker so the arm hung over the spinning cup. Then she swung from rung to rung until she was hanging above it.
Ziggy, grab my legs,
she shouted, and bravely carried him to safety. She returned again and again to rescue all the kids. When the kids looked up at the airship, they were horrified to see Sportacus and the spinning cup guy hanging under it.
We must help them,
cried Stephanie.
Ziggy, grab some rope.
All the kids grabbed hold of the rope and helped Ziggy swing it straight to Sportacus.
Hooray!
They all cheered as Sportacus caught it. Air supply, 1 minute, announced the computer.
Oh, help!
Cried Robbie pitifully. Sportacus needed to work fast. He tied the rope around the airship fin and climbed up to tie the other end to the platform. But as he started moving towards Robbie, the rope unwound and Sportacus ended up hanging below Robbie. He tried to climb back up the rope, but he was too tired to climb very far.
He needs sports candy,
said Ziggy worriedly.
I have some,
said Stephanie, getting an apple from her bag.
Let's use the power slammer to get the apple up to Sportacus,
said Pixel.
Great idea,
replied Stephanie. Stephanie ate some sports candy to give her energy to lift the hammer.
You can do it,
said Pixel. With a heroic effort, Stephanie thumped the hammer on the power slammer game, sending the apple soaring up to Sportacus. Thanks, Sportacus said. He took a bite and quickly climbed up the rope. Air supply, 10 seconds, warned the computer, as the airship started falling. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Sportacus entered the airship and ran to the air pump. 2, 1, air supply empty, said the computer. Sportacus furiously cranked the air pump. As air rushed into the ship, the valve closed and the airship stopped falling. Robbie was left hanging above the town hall. Air supply stabilized, announced the computer. As Sportacus steered the airship back up into the sky, Robbie's parachute ripped and he fell down into the spinning cup. Sportacus released the flypod from the airship and soared down to the sports park. He ran to the spinning cup's control box and, doing a cool kick move, he picked up the broken lever and jammed it into the control box to turn off the ride. As Robbie struggled out of the parachute, he stood up without his daredevil disguise.
Robbie, run!
They all shouted.
How about one final shake?
Laughed Stephanie, shaking the cup as Robbie wobbled and squealed.
Guys, you saved me this time,
said Sportacus to the kids.
Yeah, but Stephanie saved all of us,
said Trixie.
What are friends for?
Said Stephanie.
Friends forever!
They all shouted together.